How's it going?
Good.
Merry Christmas, my
Merry
friend.
Christmas. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yep. So yeah, wow, you guys are making the rounds.
Yeah.
Look at this. Right on.
So,
We have children. So reached out to the mom. She's not here right now, which is a good thing. They've been sheltering elsewhere, so that's good news. But if you have specific gifts for them, I will ensure that they get them.
I think that's a probability.
Okay.
Would you say a 4-year-old and a 14-year-old?
14-year-old boy. Aw. And this was a drive done.
So we'll let them explain it all. I should. Oh,
yeah.
nice.
He needs a backpack.
So
He does. Aw.
I'll let you guys introduce yourselves by the public names that you want given into the world. So you can choose. But this is Regan.
My name is Regan.
My name is Micaela Aisha Dominguez. Born and raised here in Denver, so it's something that I really wanted to do for our community. I work for a few different organizations. I'm one of the co-founders and board members for the International Indigenous Youth Council. And then I'm also the co-founder of Women from the Mountain, which is an all-women cultural education business. And that's spelled with women with an X, so that we welcome all women and however you identify. Then I also work for 350 Colorado, environmentalist. I'm also a human rights advocate and a social justice coordinator for Spirit of the Sun. So biggest passion is to one, bring communities together from all backgrounds, bring women of all different backgrounds together, and then to contribute to our youth because they're and help our youth because they're our future, especially for the next generation. So, and another huge thing is there's no reason I feel that here being an Indigenous woman, being Native American, I don't feel that anyone should be houseless on our land. So, anyone can help them.
And you're parked on state property right now.
Yes, we are, aren't we? I actually suggested it.
Right on. Right on.
Yes, yes.
We're currently on CDOT property.
And so this is actually also on CDOT property. Is that the
No.
case?
So what has been going on over here is we've had multiple sweeps because there was a camp set up in CDOT's field over there this summer, and they swept them in June. Some of them went down to the river. Some of them stayed in this area a little bit. And then CDOT came back and swept them again. And so they all moved into the street, which is Denver city property.
And this is rough.
This is rough. This is a different dynamic than what you see down to, because this is a group of essentially working homeless. They're all busy trying to make a living to survive. This little gal that's walking towards us right now, her name's MJ. She was just taken off on her scooter to go do some trading. And MJ was in the hospital for 30 plus days with infection.
Wow.
Living down on the river with no sanitation. Oh, MJ, I want you to meet these lovely people we were just as you walked up here. And so MJ, having recovered and being sent from the hospital with no housing resources or any kind of support system, is back out here on the streets. And so she's sheltered real well over there. She lives with her boyfriend out here, and they're busy. And she's heavily criminalized by the city of Inglewood. So we're doing community service. MJ is serving as a liaison between the city of Denver and this camp.
Good job.
Nice to meet you, MJ. My name's Mika.
Nice. Yes, I'm Brian. And yeah, we brought Mika. Mika's got cloth. We got lots of clothes, adult, children's sizes, some smaller size shoes. What size do you wear? There's shoes that are gonna fit you in there that'll keep your feet drier than those will.
Take a look, MJ.
We got masks if you want to get a mask. Yeah, why don't you
I
but
think the little one wants a Care Bear.
Oh, she's just that sweet.
that's what I was gonna try to do is try to put some of that in the bag for you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Make life easier, Sid, maybe?
Oh, look at that.
Care Bear. Care Bear.
Share Bear, that's right. There you go. So we can get some of those in here, Regan. Are you dropping things over there?
Yeah, so everything's labeled. Um,
Sweet hair chalk. Whoa, little Rosie's gonna totally
Yeah,
do
anybody
that.
can have it,
I
enjoy
thought
that.
anyone, I thought maybe some of the women might even like that. My hair
Absolutely.
wasn't so dark, I probably would have some.
Is that gonna fit?
Well, if you think it will, it will. Yes, it will.
Thank you. It's good to see you. Thank
It's
you
good
for
to see you
coming
as well. Yeah. Well, my friends called and said, "Hey, where are some of the unnoticed places?" And I said, "Well, I know the people who go to the unnoticed places, and so I'll ask them." And you said I got kids at this location, and so we wanted to make sure that was especially like the holiday gifting and the seasonal of that effort. 'Cause no kid should have go without a gift.
And we're working very hard to try to get her
everything should be kind of labeled.
So Regan, I want you to hear about this, Nika, because Regan, you're funding the porta potty in the middle right now
I am.
through a nonprofit.
That's right. That's right. We've had it out here for going on a month. And they monitor it themselves. They clean it themselves. They're glad it's here. We have a mutual respect about resources. They've offered to pitch in when they can towards their own sanitation. We've tried to work really hard with the city for consistent trash pickup. That's what this is about. That's what MJ's goal was about. But location, we have there's another group of people strictly in their RVs that live on the other side of the river
Okay.
that were swept from down in Inglewood back in September. And they're kind of in the same boat. And we got a sanitation issue over there. Businesses are incredibly cruel to those living homeless over there. And so we put sanitation out there as well. And within a few days, calls were coming into the sanitation company that they were police officers, representatives from the district attorney's office, and that they were going to be facing criminal charges if they didn't pick up the toilet right away. Against the secretary that the toilet needed to be ordered picked up. So it was.
Which is happening with D Hole
Yes.
and the toilets that I helped pay for.
Yeah. But we're making some progress. I unraveled that and I got a commitment and the toilet's back up there.
So you got a spot that's able to survive the health issue of human fecal matter accumulating due to a lack of infrastructure. And so with that solution, these folks are definitely appearing. Definitely, there's a huge difference in this camp than the one that we're just at, where there was trash piles of burnt stuff. And they say we have to light fires for them to pick up the garbage.
Oh, is that what they told you at that other site you were at?
Yeah.
I don't work a lot with them. I'm trying to get over there. because
Well,
I
and
desperately need some.
we're not going to identify that
Right.
location.
No, absolutely.
But this, again, and we're not necessarily identifying this location, but we can see by its structure,
Yes.
the lack of trash, the organization of bags, the sheltered aspects of it. It feels different.
Yes, no, definitely. Yep.
It's way different out here. But we do have some folks showing up here empty-handed for the sweeps downtown. So word is out. And when they have nowhere to go, they start to rely on each other. They have to.
Right. Well, and that's why we brought, what we have. Some presents, some clothes.
Let me go spread the word.
Okay.
All right.
Please do.
Thank you.
We have a lot of women. Okay.
Okay. This is what I want to be known for, helping to create the infrastructures of, right? And the dialogue is necessary because the fact that there's a toilet here
Yes.
makes
Seriously.
all the difference.
Who do we have to talk to at the Are they a pain in the ass?
Huh?
DOT?
Oh, of course. They want their property kept clean.
Why do they fucking need this for? What is this?
It's an easement off the major
That's
roadways.
what I'm saying. There's easements everywhere.
So it's a
in Denver.
buffer zone and it's used for construction purposes. So when they need to come out and fix the roads or and have cement mixing and truck parking.
Hey, I could definitely use we don't have a bag, but we got some blankets. We almost took our only bag at that.
Yeah, come on up, man. Go. There's some mess if you want to grab one and you ride the truck or whatever. It's kind of tight to people. There you go.
This whole box is full of like linen, the blankets, but nothing too warm. That would be our last warm blanket. So the last camp we were at with a lot of stuff. Hopefully the first one.
There's here. It's all sheets as well. See what's. I got hands. I gotta get my tripod. That'll help. So folks, we're gonna get the tripod. Be hands free. That always helps, huh?
No, I think that's dope.
We got coats in there too. So we need coats.
Yeah, no, I get it. I can see what you're doing with it. It looks like it at least helps protect the environment. Keep it out and stay warm at night. Oh, that's the code, huh? Come bring me a little something, something. Oh, okay. Well, that's fair too. Yeah. These your- It's your birthday? Hi, Sissy. Happy birthday.
They're my size.
Yeah, you're always on the fast. Girl.
Try.
Me, I love the fast.
It's like walking.
How's it going, folks? Yeah, let's do it. I'll be back, huh? Here, I don't need the whole dang thing, do I? It'll be easier this way for a minute in case I need it. And everybody over here is used to you cameraing it up already, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, we have an agreement that they understand that they're on public land and they try very hard to work with the neighbors. They try not to be a nuisance. Does that mean everyone is perfectly behaved in here at all
No.
times? No.
Of course not. But different than an SOS camp where there's a contract of to be inside the site. There's a mutual agreement here.
There is. This is out of sorts right now.
Somebody's working on a site, it
Yeah,
looks like.
we have to problem solve some of these things together sometimes because
You need a pallet to put your tent off the ground so your shit's not all wet.
when you're living homeless, making a list of priorities 1, 2, 3 outside of when your next meal is and how you're going to shelter before the cold sets in doesn't exactly prove to get things done in timely fashion.
Okay.
But
people are working together on these things, it looks like.
oh yeah, so we have the fire department makes pretty random visits out here. Mark Rudolph specifically, and I guess the intent is to educate those living homeless on fire prevention, and I've heard Mark Rudolph even say that he fully believes that regardless of where you live or how you live, no one should be denied those essential life-saving services, right?
Good, good.
Right? He has said that. So he comes out here and he has a decent relationship with a few of the folks in here, and they talk about barbecuing in approved structures, or
Like a grill over there.
yeah, like that grill. There's one
Because
over
it's
there.
less likely to catch on fire underneath.
And they're always compliant with what the fire department is asking.
Okay.
Although, when they do have trash and debris that needs to go, we can't seem to get a plan with the city to get that stuff out of here. So then it becomes Mark Rudolph's job, I guess, to come out here and find all these safety fire violations.
Which give them reasons to give move along orders and all the other things as a health code violation and emergency orders instead of a homeless sweep.
Yeah, well, yeah, instead of a appropriately posted homeless sweep.
Right.
But even at that, they've used some tactics out here that are just really questionable. They're constantly being told that they're going to be swept. It's just idle threats a lot. But
No
nonetheless,
postings.
No, none.
What happened to the sense of section of fencing that came down?
So that was down towards the river.
No,
that
right
day in
there.
September.
That one right there.
Oh, this is CDOT's fence. This blew down in the windstorm, thus exposing them greatly. CDOT, of course, has been in no hurry to fix that. That's been down for a couple months now. But when it is time to kick them off the property, they'll show up timely for that. And I suppose it's coming. CDOT makes a lot of rounds out here. This is that discussion about the governor not knowing that the state owns property that homeless live on.
Yes, that was part of the trial, right? And so I was unable to broadcast the entirety of the trial, but I'm picking up on pieces of things.
Right.
And so, yes, are there people living on state land in other areas other than Lincoln Park in which people are treated in a different way than in one location versus the other? Yes, and that is actually proven to be true, but they are still just as brutal whenever they get the chance, regardless of where they're at. It's just that here, CDOT hasn't put up permanent easement fencing on their section of the land behind you, which is that entire open space.
Now, think of this.
That's an easement.
Think of this as a managed space, a managed safe outdoor space.
I could have 300 people living with toilets, kitchen, no drugs on site, so no non-prescription medication, we'll call it, and cigarette smoking off site. We can still do it easily. 300, maybe 500 could live here. Couples with dogs, cats, iguanas.
Birds.
Yep.
We have some birds.
Yeah. You might even have same-sex couples.
Yeah.
Self-identifying humans.
How do you spearhead the squabbles? You see more squabbles out here than you do downtown. A lot of it has to do with possession, space.
So in a man, the reality is that you get one pallet's worth of space, and everything you own must fit inside your tent or your bin.
But for instance, those that survive on scrapping, like this couple, I introduced you to MJ right off the bat.
Hold on, let me get a look at their campment while we're talking about
The
it.
two blue tarps right there.
Okay,
So one is their structure,
and one's their property.
and one is their property. And they've literally been the only ones, well, aside from about 3 or 4, that have honored the space allotment that we talked about. Things like this are taking up space. So we have squabbles.
So
about
what
that.
is that?
Well, it was somebody's shelter. And it's likely been abandoned. But how do we get it out?
How many days is it before it's abandoned property?
Well, I guess we'd have to decide on that as a group.
That's what the governance of General Assembly for the local community authorizes, right?
Right?
Then you have essences of city ordinances to base your understandings off of, which means that you could say that based on the city's agreement with the unhoused community, is that a 7-day notice be placed on property, and then 72-hour notice for immediate removal or abatement. And if it sits for 7 days, where at the last 3 days it's marked again and nobody comes and gets it, then the group has come to an agreement that it either disperses or destroys.
Yep.
Right? But you have to come to a common agreement on that. Here we got somebody putting paper
Wait, whoa, what are you doing there?
to dry up the water so that their shoes don't get wet.
Yeah, we had one little instance. This is the only problem we've had. Somebody put a shirt in the porta potty 2 days ago. So one of the things is, if we have clothes or trash in there, it's going to cost a lot of extra money to get that removed. Well, they work together as a group, and it's no longer in there. Very helpful.
You work together as a group.
They
They
did.
figured out how to hold a bag and a stick and dig it out of the poop socket.
They did.
Yeah,
And,
I still help.
Oh, okay.
and so is that sawdust or paper or what?
What did you call it? Oh, natural elements.
Somebody's pee or poo or the cleaning of it when it got cleaned, something got drizzled on the ground. What is that you're using? Is that
Oh,
paper?
no, he's just doing that to soak up
Sawdust.
the water so it doesn't turn into ice. Turn into an ice cream.
That's also smart.
Yeah,
So-
so we keep this clean, and they have access to wash their hands on the days the water can thaw. Like,
So the other thing is that if you had a solar panel with a battery, you could run a heat tank around inside the tank there, and it wouldn't thaw. It would.
oh, the tank's winterized. I have to pay extra for that. Oh, the hand washing station.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's winterized. That means it's
Extra chemical.
it's on a sled. It has the second one on it, so it's off the ground versus the one that's on the ground. So that there's airflow so that it doesn't freeze because of the ground temperature. That's part of the winterization is that it's on sleds.
I tried going to the property and no, I could go out and there's nothing to do. See what they do. I mean, because
What's your name, man? Brian.
There's a lot of work to do.
That's great. That's what you're saying. I'm like a boy.
We've got someone living in
It's not uncommon for people to be qualified for hospice care and find themselves without.
I just need it's available right now. No contracts except for that with all the federal funding.
So I've been taking photos of
Yeah, I actually all about composting, recycling. Things like that. I want actually told my attorney when I first dressed I wanted 300 toilets built. And he said, "Hey, the city won't do that. Possible, impossible."
And you want to compost one?
No, I want to build like sewage so that we didn't have to use the chemicals and water and all that. We used to have along the bike trail, for example, and those can be composting, but at toilets that are open and accessible, without shirts being thrown down them, maybe some little boxes like outside for diabetics, other such reasons. That's sustainable. The part of the process of changing their heads is to understand that when I'm walking down the 16th Street Mall and I have an aluminum can, there needs to be a place for a can. And if you can do it on the 16th Street Mall, you should do it on Colfax. You should do it on Pearl Street. Wherever there's community living, where people walking their dogs or sleeping, they don't have a home. Huh? Okay. Yeah.
This is an interesting.
a lot of like all the bottled water.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. More water
You're
fountains.
gonna chastise me because that's all I get are plastic bottles.
Well, you know, if you get 5-gallon jugs and just 2 of them, bring it back and forth, trade them out. That's gonna save on your cost too. Right? I got somebody starting up a food program. They want to do 7 days a week, and I said, well, you should spend $200 one time in dishes and in silverware instead of $20 a week, and 3 months later you're still buying throwaway stuff because you didn't buy the sustainable stuff the first time. But it's beautiful that humans get to shop. So, folks, I'm going to chat for a second, see who's in my chat. We're glad you're here. What's going on? Human Love Solidarity, Bill Wonder, Jody Abbott. We're all glad you're in here. Eric Johnson, Carol. Leslie, Snowflake Malter. Glad you're all here, even if you're assholes. Because you need to learn about real life in the real world. You're good. What's up, Bridget? David Boren, hello. Lacey, glad you're here. Yeah. So my friends did a drive. They sent a U-Haul off to Pine Ridge.
To the Navajo reservation.
And another one to the Navajo reservation. Down in where? Arizona?
I think so. Hey,
Or
wait,
South Dakota?
which side of the reservation? Right down in Arizona, Four Corners region.
Four Corners. So one went up north, one went down southwest. And here's a load going to the neighbors that live on stolen land on the winter solstice in the honor of our elders and our ancestors and those who've come before us. So Mika's really the one that had speared that up. And she's got the ladies shopping right now. And isn't that a beautiful thing? So we see you. And we're glad you're here to join us in experiencing the real struggles of the world today. And sharing a little joy, sharing a little cheer. We're going to cut the feed here, folks, because I could be doing this all day, all night. And I'm not on a full battery. We're all to do business with the city, okay? I hate to tell you that.
I want to pass on that.
You want to pass, and that's fine. You're in the
I don't want to
Alta.
do business with the city.
You're in the Alta region, but it's been announced that by 2023, I'm supposed to be running for at-large council member.
Oh, really? Okay.
Got to try something. Got to try all avenues, all aspects. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll bring it on. We'll bring it out. We'll make it happen as best as we can. Of course, I got asked about a 2024 presidential campaign as well.
Love for president.
No. To assist with legalizing marijuana on a federal level.
Oh, now that I can get behind.
Ah.
That I can get behind.
Third party. Yes. So the ability to run for city council may be pending. Blivitz, thank you. Good to see you. Zoom, Beto, everybody in here. Yeah, it's a serious thing.
Mayor Loma. Like Steven was on my friend. Mayor Loma.
Well,
That's got a nice ring to it, right? That's got
Mayor Loma.
I mean, hey,
Mayor
look,
Loma.
we saw what Candy can do. That's just
Yeah,
one person,
that's
right?
no, that's not just one person.
But I'm saying, like,
Candy was about 500 to 1,000
Hey,
people.
I worked on her.
You were on that team.
But I'm saying, as one representative, she already fits out of that.
You see that guy over there? Your camera's putting on.
Yeah,
Colorado shirt on.
yeah, in the
That's
blue.
Marcos. He's a combat war, Gulf War veteran. Very interesting story.
Yeah,
He's been swept 3 times in the last 6 months.
that's it. He's been lucky. He's been hiding in the right spots.
Yeah, he'll tell you that. There is nobody that knows survival like that guy.
He's probably lived in desert and war like.
Yeah.
I just think that it's just absolutely ridiculous that have our people fight for our country and he's not streets.
Oh, you got to see the level of criminalization he's dealing with right now. All petty bullshit with jail time, accumulation of trash, trespassing.
Accumulation of trash.
Yes, Inglewood, city of Inglewood. Oh, they got him buried. He went to jail, right? Because he had an FTA. Blah 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 blah. So he finally figured out that he's entitled to representation.
Ah,
So things are going a little bit different now for Marcos.
because he's got a city public defender. Nothing wrong with a city attender.
No.
Inglewood's on my list. I gotta sue
Oh,
them.
Inglewood's anytime you want to go into Inglewood, let me know.
I gotta sue Inglewood real soon.
Yeah.
They're on the
you
list.
should.
Yeah, I got a ticket for smoking in the park.
Yeah.
What?
What was it after hours? They have been nailed.
It was the middle of the sitting by the grass. I got
Well,
like a heater in there.
You ought to hear all the unconstitutional area restrictions they all have. Marcos can't go anywhere down here around Dartmouth or anywhere near the Platte. Yeah, this bullshit's been going on for years. He's had this area restriction for like 3 years. It's insane what Inglewood's doing.
Oh.
And now they're in Denver. Duh.
I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm gonna drop off hygiene kits.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
You wanna,
Do you mind if I have your
yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna hit the mute buttons for a second, folks.
Do when it's time. Ron, I made it. Yeah. Okay. What do you-
I've been selling the wealth of Denver's downtown extravagances and gluttonies and the finances of the world for the last month in the Christmas marketplace downtown, keeping my bills paid. And this has been a very positive opportunity for me to just jump right back in feet first on a day off and back into the world. So I did that.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy you helped today. When he said you were helping, I was like,
Oh yeah.
because it would just send him money, you know?
No, this is
And I
good.
wanted to make sure we were coming to camps that really aren't getting along, you know? So I really wanted to make sure. Like, look at this. Really, this is amazing. It's her birthday. She's going, you know.
Get some nice clothes.
Yeah, and there's brand new stuff in
Yeah. I do this all the time. We got a food bank, we got grocery runs, we got food runs. We're fighting them in court. We're yelling them out the streets. We're trying to bring people who don't have a roof a little bit extra, a little better life, option, clothing, food, whatever it takes. We got water left. Did we get all that out of here? Water. Well, I know they can use them here. Or want a gallon of water?
Sure. Let me make sure. This one looks like some of all the stuff in there is so, like
We have gone rounds at the city.
Is that people showing up with more?
caseworkers?
No, these are volunteers. There is a huge next door network going
Yeah.
on out here.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah, yeah. You know Amy?
Oh, you don't have one right now? Somebody's got to have one right now.
I'm gonna ask these people if
I'm
they
gonna go
mind.
over. I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hello. My name's Brian. I'm with Cut the Plastic. I'm a activist journalist here in Denver, and I just wondering if you'd be willing to tell us what you got going on today. No? All right. Huh? Oh. So she doesn't want to tell us what's going on. But we know what's going on. They're bringing stuff. It's good. People are dropping off, tending to others. And meanwhile, the lawsuit against the city of Denver does what?
Yeah. They're not a train, a sweet train there.
Oh, this truck has lights on it. Who's this?
Nobody, of course.
CDOT? Looks like a CDOT truck.
Take it on. Yeah, see that.
Good. How you doing today? Doing all right. You out to mass today? You know, I have really just been checking out myself. And we're doing what's going on here. Outside.
Presents and Christmas chairs. Yeah, you probably should trash that.
they're trying to express eggs are free of that kind of food, and they're trying to become more brand nation, right? They would recycle the paper for the brand food, they cut and separate up here, then recycle on the way. All these guys got cops. Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think that one way or the other, as a Denver resident, I feel like we're right big, and we need to make sure that we're protecting our waterways by getting the waste that
Well, that was close.
If I see him, I haven't seen him in a while.
So the state is coming out to pick this up tomorrow. And there's a woman with her birthday shopping inside the U-Haul right now. And then we got to go downtown to the Capitol, to the City Hall at 4 o'clock. And my battery's dying. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, friends, children of all ages, this is where I leave you. Thank you for being here. What are we doing differently today to make this a better world? If it's the Yuletide, if it's the Hanukkah, if it's the Kwanzaa, or even the Christmas season that you celebrate, maybe you recognize the aligning of the planets in the winter solstice. Making a difference in another human's life is one of the things that extends our lives the most. So I hope that you have a great day, and that you get a chance to extend the life of someone else in your world today. Thanks. Have a good one.